Pelicana Chicken has been perfecting its fried chicken for over 40 years. What started as a small shop in Korea has now spread across the globe, including right here in Southern California. They're famous for their signature sauces and never frozen double fried chicken. You can try everything from crispy whole chicken to wings and even Korean street food. Today, the Pelicana team invited us to check out their Artesia location, and we're about to see what makes this experience so special. All right, we have our chicken feast. So the first one here is this entire full chicken right here. Here you can see the wings, you can see the drums, and with some radish, and then 3 different types of sauces. We have the original, hot spicy, and smoky hot. So these two are the wings. So we have the honey soy and then the soy garlic, and they're both covered with the sesame seeds on top. Back to the original whole chicken. So this one is a little bit more of a thinner batter, and this is the one that us Koreans prefer. It just looks very lightly battered and fried. Whereas this one here is a little bit more crispy. This one right here, as we saw earlier, this one was covered in the wet batter, whereas the wings was covered in the wet batter and the dry batter afterwards. So you can kind of see that there's a little bit more layers to it, and the overall frying process is very unique.
Let's try the OG with the OG sauce. This chicken is so juicy, even though it's been sitting here watching us film itself for like 10 minutes. And these are big pieces of chicken too. Batter is very thin, so the sauce, a little bit sweet and a little bit savory type sauce. Let's try the spicier one. This one's a lot sweeter than the original, but it has a lot of kick. So spicy. And this one is a smoky one. Holy moly, okay. This smoky one, I feel like that because of smokiness, like the barbecue smoky flavor of it, it brings out the smoky, spicy flavor out even more. This trio of sauce, it's great to like mix and match. But this original is really good. Not heavily battered. You can still have crispy, crunchy fried chicken without being too guilty. The radish cubes are here, so you can balance out the spiciness.
Honey soy, it does look a little bit more battered.
Very shiny. Definitely more crispy than the other one.
The thing that stands out first is as soon as you bite into it, it's extremely juicy. If you do like really juicy chicken, you can't go wrong with this. Also, this batter tastes a little bit less guilty, like Lisa said, and it doesn't taste greasy. So like, I think that's the one big difference between your usual fried chicken that you might be used to versus a Korean fried chicken. Because of the double fry process, it gives it a different type of crispiness where it doesn't really taste greasy. Even though greasy chicken is delicious, but this gives you a different alternative and a different take to it. Highly addictive. Okay, let's try this top one here.
That is beautiful right there.
Secret weapon is always garlic. The garlic comes out really nicely in this one, and it's a little bit less sweet than the honey soy, but much more garlicky. And like Lisa was mentioning, this has been out for a little while because we had to film it, but it's still extremely crispy, extremely juicy. So if you like a little bit more flavor with your chicken wings, then you should definitely go for this one, unless you don't like garlic. So the good thing about this place is that you get kind of like a sit-down restaurant feel, and it's family friendly without having like a bar or pub type of atmosphere. 2 things, as famous philosopher Ludacris said, chicken and beer. And it's something that Koreans have termed as chimek, which is chicken and beer. And this is like bar, street, pub type of food. And you can get that all here in this type of experience without having to go to street food stalls or having to go to a bar or pub. You can have it all here. There's so much variety. You can get the chicken, but then you can also get something like this, which is chicken gizzards, which is one of our absolute favorite things in the world.
And it's stir-fried with garlic, jalapenos, onions, spices, and is paired with this smoky, spicy sauce.
I think that's the real magic about this place is that there's variety. There should be something for everybody as long as you don't have any allergies or if you hate garlic or something like that. Not only that, but you can also get a fish cake soup here.
Fish cake soup is good with drinking soju, which they also have here.
Which has like a nice clean broth to it and tons of fish cake.
We are really, really big fans of gizzard. So chicken gizzard also has like a crunchy texture to it. So let's see how it is. And I noticed she put some soju in here when she was cooking it to get rid of the smell, but you don't taste any of the soju. But not just any soju, she used a pretty expensive soju too. So high quality stuff here in Pelicana.
Yeah.
This is like a little bit peppery, a little bit spicy, even though there's jalapenos. So if you want to amp it up, dip it in this smoky barbecue sauce. And then they have the giant garlic. This sauce is gonna kick your ass. This is really addicting. So the fish cake is on a stick because in Korea, the street food, they sell these fish cakes on a stick and you can buy them by each stick at the train station, so you can just grab and eat it. It's like a quick grab and go street food. And the soup is very clear, but it's like fish cakey, so comforting, so savory, umami, and a little bit of peppery. It's really good, especially with soju. The fish balls are really bouncy and chewy at the same time. Not fishy at all, even though it's called fish cake. So they also do have dessert here. They have the caramel ball and they have the cream donut. Both are very lightly fried in the fryer. So let's try the caramel ball first. So chewy, a little bit fried, but also like mochi-like. Very, very chewy. It's really good. It's not too sweet. This is also addicting. Damn, Pelicana, what are you doing to us? And then you can never leave a restaurant that has Korean donut without ordering Korean donut because it's the best. It's fluffy, it's chewy, and crispy on the outside, covered with sugar. And if you go to Korea, you have to get this at Kwancha Market too. Oh, it's still warm. Mochi doughy texture. Not quite like American donut. Still has a chew to it. Even though it's covered with sugar, it's not overly sweet.
So we always try to do one perfect bite, one of the gizzard that has all of the elements, right? Anything I'm missing?
You need the sauce too.
This is spicy in the best way possible. I feel like gizzard has a texture that's unlike anything else, practical. So it's like delightfully chewy. You get a little bit of the onion and some of the spiciness from the jalapeno. The sauce is spicy, spicier than the jalapeno itself.
So in addition to what we got, they also have a bunch of other items like pub style food that you can also get here, like corn cheese, cheese fries, fried cheese balls that will make great cheese pools, onion rings. They even have chicken sandwiches here, and at lunchtime, they have lunch boxes you can order. If you're a tteokbokki lover, they have tteokbokki here too. So they have so much variety here, little something for everybody. So Pelicana has many locations and originated in Korea, but in America, they have locations in West Coast and East Coast. In SoCal, they have locations in City of Industry, Buena Park, K-Town, and here we're at the Artesia location. They have one in San Diego, Rancho, and Chino. Wherever you are, there's probably gonna be a Pelicana Chicken near you. So this is the owner of Pelicana Chicken, Artesia, and the chef. Her name is Mimi. Hi. We're gonna talk about Pelicana Chicken. Pelicana Chicken is famous in Korea, but what is the fan favorites here in America?
I can tell my customers' favorite is half and half chicken. We call the bambam chicken or bambam wing, and then the bambam wings means like a half chicken with no sauce, half chicken with sauce, and then we have a bunch of sauce, like 7 or 8 or kind of sauces, and they can choose. So that's why I can tell half and half chicken for the wing. And then for the side menu, it's a fan favorite. It's a tteokbokki. Now it's the weather is getting colder, so they love fish cake soup. And the corn cheese too. The Pelicana chicken is we never use a frozen chicken, so we always really using like a fresh chicken. It is really our customer love it. So they can feel it and they can taste it because it's never frozen. And then we always change the oil very often. So headquarters is always like checking how often we change the oil. So the fresh chicken and then fresh oil. That's the key. Of course, the fried chicken is not too oily. I will add one more thing for the Pelicana specialty, and then the sauce. So signature sauce is our house special. Is Korean people, they always miss their childhood, what they ate when they're young, and then fried chicken. So we have a signature sauce that is very, very popular in Korea.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thank you for coming today.
So it was a really awesome meal. We want to thank the team at Pelicana again for having us, and then also Minnie here, who's the owner at the Artesia location here at Pelicana. And then she also mentioned that they have a $5 pint special, which is something really awesome if you drink beer. And then also to check out all things chicken, we have a playlist right here that you should check out.